What's up, y'all? It's your favorite Biggie, and I've been back at it again. Welcome to Holy Stream. Wait, this part 22? Yo, this is part 22, man. This is Real Talk Fridays, the pie. Come here real quick, man. I think I gotta do this every week, because I don't understand, like, what be going on for real. But I just be wanting to know, have you subscribed to the channel? That's all. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so ASAP. We're on the road to increasing as well, growing the following as usual. Don't know why I did that in that voice, but anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started. If you missed this past week, it was absolutely fire. Monday was Don't You Fear God. Crazy good. Make sure you go back and watch that. Wednesday Bible study, we continued on the series talking about the essence in the beginning stages of Paul and what Paul went through, and then we start transitioning into Peter and how Peter literally started doing some of the same stuff Jesus was doing. And it's like, how you start performing miracles like that after he was gone when you denied him? But we're gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? That's another story. And then tonight we got to finish this week strong. We have to. So make sure you tune in. Make sure that you like the video, share the video, send it to the folks you like and you love. Subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everyone out in the world who do support consistently every single week. And also, command your day. Every Monday through Friday, 6:30 between 6:30 and 7 a.m. every single morning. Make sure you tune in as well. Listen, man. We are literally building the foundation for you to command your day. We got you with Bible study every single week. We got you with the teaching every single Monday. And then we got the podcast every Friday, just going over real conversations. What more could you ask for? Unless God talking about something different. But until then, just keep tuning in. And oh yeah, you got about 2-3 minutes to share this video, because I'm gonna be doing the same thing. Make sure we can get in the algorithm. Last Friday we talked about the algorithm of God. Tonight we're gonna talk about the reboot tonight. So let's go ahead and get this thing rocking, man. But you got 2 minutes. You know what to do. Just vibe with me. 2 minutes. What? What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see here. Let's see if I can. Trying to see if I can give y'all some different type of music on tonight. But thank you for tuning in to the pod tonight. We can go ahead and get started. Damn, what's up? I want a longer mix than this. Okay, might can roll with this. Yeah, so welcome to tonight, man. This is Real Talk Fridays, and tonight we got a conversation about one thing I think is really big. It's talk about having a reboot, like rebooting your life. I think a lot of us need to like reboot our lives for real. Like there needs to be some type of reboot going on. I think when God shut everything down, it's time to start something new in you. You know, some things, I know a lot of people feel like, well, I've been working hard towards something, and it must not mean that it's from God. It's so crazy how one moment you can be up here praising God for something, right? And then the moment it stopped working out, you instantly think it's the enemy. Like you instantly think it's the devil. It's like, so it wasn't God when you told everybody in your post, thank the Lord for this new car, but now since the car give you issues, it's the devil, or thank God for this house, but because you're getting foreclosed or you're getting evicted, it's the devil. Like, nah, man. Like, let's really think. If God is in control, like how He always been in control, right? I'm pretty sure that He's always in control. So that means that there's something going on in our lives that need to switch up and change. And a lot of people want to find something that's finite. Like they want to find something particular so that they can point the finger and blame. Oh, so it has to be this. It has to make sense to be this, because if this happened, that means it's like a cause and effect. We were taught this young, right? We even have, Newton's, Sir Isaac Newton's third law of motion. For every action is an equal by opposite reaction, right? So we literally think that this happened because that happened. That's how we think God operates. God doesn't operate like that, because the world's rules, the laws of the land, the natural laws, and the spiritual laws are not the same. They don't operate the same. Sometimes God doesn't fix your system, like fix you as a whole. He just shut it down completely and rebuilds it from the ground up. That's all He does. So a lot of things you really stressing over about, thinking, man, like I thought this was the car I'm supposed to have. I thought this was the relationship, the marriage I'm supposed to have. I thought this was the life I'm supposed to be in right now. And you up here stressing, trying to figure out why this isn't working the way that it should be working. Could it be because it's nothing that you did in particular? It's just the fact that God is sitting there trying to reboot your situation. He's trying to switch it up and change it up. It has to be a reboot. Like, it's like your device. What happens when your phone frees up? Or your computer frees up? It's like no matter what you press, what button you press, nothing moves. You try to refresh it. You try to restart a few apps or whatever in your device. But the system says a reboot is required. That's what it says. That's how God, I believe God sometimes how He works, because He doesn't just want to refresh your circumstances. He wants to restart your spirit. And a lot of us need that in this season. You need your season to just be a fresh restart. And that's the way God works, man. Like, I've seen it happen. I've seen God literally restart our lives so quickly. Like, he'll restart it. He'll easily restart your life. And you think, man, there's something I did wrong. What if that restart is what you needed to go into the next season of your life? Like, man, we don't realize, man, God literally be looking out for us in so many ways, but we don't think it's possible. Like, we don't think it's possible from our finances, even to our, let's just say our health. In fact, let's just say our love life or just our mental health, right? We don't think it's possible. Like, we think that, well, it got to be something that happened for it to be this. Like, it has to be something so singular and so linear. Like, 1 + 1 is 2. That's not the case in every situation. Some things are just spiritual and you will never have the answer until you pray about it. And then God will never really give you the answer because he know who you are. Some of you, if you had the answer to everything, I'm going to tell you what you'll do. You'll get comfortable and you'll stay stuck right where you are. That's why you're frustrated. You're praying for something to change, but it seems like you don't have none of the answers. Because if God gave you the exact answer, you would stick with that and you wouldn't grow any further. I believe, it may sound crazy, but I believe that's why a lot of us haven't come into a lot of money like how we really wanted to. Because God knows we'll be stuck where we at. We're not going to grow. And that's shame on you if you have that mindset, but I know a lot of you do. Your only option is to be comfortable. You can't move the kingdom of God in comfortability. How can you help souls be saved if you're comfortable? That's not possible. Not one person in Scripture that was called by God was comfortable. Find one. Find one person. You can't say it was Moses because that was so uncomfortable. He spent 40 years with those people and still never saw the promised land. Boy. He spent 40 years. 40 years. 40 freaking whole years. And he never saw the promised land. Are you kidding me? What would you do? You spent 40 years and you never saw it happen. That's like you being in a dead relationship 5+ years. And boom, it never happened. Nothing happens. It stays stuck right where it's at. People true colors really show in comfortable situations. Their true colors really show. And that's I know that could be the scary part for a lot of things, especially when it comes to relationships, man. People really get comfortable really fast. Really fast. And God will literally shift it is because what you're praying for and who you're called to and what God called you to do is so important. He got to reboot. And a lot of times reboot means reboot everything. It means that your job has to be rebooted. It means that your finances have to be rebooted. I'm not talking about how much money you make. It's not always an increase sometimes. Sometimes it needs to be a decrease to humble you. It has to be. Because I'm going to be honest, a lot of us don't have, before I go deep into relationship part, talk about the finances real quick. A lot of us don't have the discipline that we really need financially. We don't have the discipline. God knows that if you make more, you're not going to save more and invest more. You're going to spend more. You're going to be in the same situation. There should be no reason why you make 3 times what your current rent is. And I'm not talking about gross. I'm talking about net, what you take home. You make 3 times of what your rent is and you don't have no money saved. That is crazy. You still living paycheck to paycheck. That is crazy. You're waiting for your next direct deposit. That is crazy that you don't have anything saved. It's not the amount of money you make. It is literally your financial literacy. It's the fact that you are complacent and you're comfortable with your finances. So God got to shrink you. He has to reboot you and shrink you and dial you back some. He has to. I know you used to making $30+ an hour, but God like, nah, I got to bring you down to like 18 to 20. And you're like, what? I have to. Because you wasn't taking care of the 30+ good. And some of y'all right now who's making between 18 to 20 to 25, you're not doing good with that. And there's people right now in 2025, I kid you not, are still making $10 to $12 an hour. We all know that's poverty bound in this economy and inflation. It's no way you can survive on 10 to 12 to maybe $15 an hour. You can't. You can't, not as an adult. You can do that as a person, as a high schooler, or as a kid staying home with their parents, but making that amount of money and trying to go out on your own, ain't no way. You're going to have 2 to 3 other jobs to do that. You can't even put money to the side to invest to start any little business because you don't make enough. You do not make enough making that amount of money. And the economy, the government knows that. I don't even know why they're even offering jobs pay that much anyway, because it's not going to help you to do anything. You can't build a life. You can't take care of yourself. We ain't talking about the family and the kids, just you alone. You cannot take care of yourself doing that. You can't do it. So God will literally dial you back financially because you are not in a space to where you can handle more. Because you still going to spend $50 to $60 to $70 an hour the same way you spend your current 30 or your current 20. And it's not good. You got to learn how to budget every single penny. You got to learn how to be smart with your money. You have to. Because I'm telling you, it's people right now that make way less than you, or a little bit less than you, but got way more money saved than you. They got an emergency savings account. They got an investment account. It doesn't matter what it is. It's something that you're starting off with. Some of you don't have nothing. You don't have anything going at all. Anything. Not even long-term investment. At all. You don't have anything coming through at all. Anything. So it's like you have to understand, man, like God will literally reboot you. He has to, man, because if you want more, you got to learn how to work with what you have. And it's very, very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Sometime next year, I'm going to talk about the season that I'm currently in right now. But I'm not going to talk about it now, but I'm going to talk about the season I'm currently in right now. But just know, it's an extremely uncomfortable season for me. It is extremely uncomfortable, but it's a blessing all at the same time. But when I say it's uncomfortable, it is extremely uncomfortable. It's one of the most uncomfortable seasons I've been in my entire life. And I've been in some uncomfortable seasons. I've been in seasons where I had a business and people didn't notice, and I was sleeping in the office that people had to come to work to every single day. Nobody knew that. When the day was over and I locked the doors, and I had to go take a shower at a gym up the street with a free pass, and then turn around and come back and live out of my office. And my clothes and stuff was in back closets of my office. Nobody knew that. No one knew that at all. I've been in some very uncomfortable situations. I've been in situations where I had to live out of a motel that was an hour away. Then I had to commute to my office to work and then commute an hour back. There's some very uncomfortable situations, man. I had to move to different cities and start all over, man, and rebuild my life multiple times. There's just been some very uncomfortable situations, man, and I've been rebooted multiple times. Multiple times. But I want you to understand that even when it comes to relationships, sometimes the shutdown that God does in your life, I'm telling you, is not the enemy. It's maintenance mode. It's where God comes in and does maintenance on your life. Because when you get in a relationship, especially in marriage with someone, you have to really, really understand that, especially with marriage, right? It's a covenant with God. So there has to be a level of reverence for Jesus in your marriage that reflects Him when it's concerning other people. I don't believe people understand this. When you get married, it's not about you and your spouse. It's really about you two, because marriage is a ministry, meaning that when it's ministry, it's about helping others. So how you love each other, how you do things financially, how you do things sexually, how you do things raising your kids, how you do things taking care of each other. All of those things is ministry when it comes to being examples to other people. And some of us, when we want to get married, we have a selfish mindset, not thinking that's the case. You will always be a ministry to somebody, and a ministry to someone else, and I'm going to prove it to you. When you're happily married, when you're married to someone that you like and someone that you also love, it's going to show on you. It's going to show in your body language, how you talk, how you walk, your facial expression. Even when you're frustrated about something that has nothing to do with your marriage, the moment you get a call from that person, your whole attitude shifts. People can see it on you. People can see the glow on you. They can see the smile. They can see the attitude. They can feel the energy off of you. That's a conversation starter for ministry. And so we don't get that. It's no different than you upgrade your car or your watch, or you upgrade the house that you live in. You can literally have a bomb home, like beautiful home. Y'all don't understand this. Like, people ride past your homes and look at your houses, and they're like, man, one day, God, I know you're gonna bring me here. So you are literally that substance that people are hoping for, according to Hebrews 11:1. You are the substance. You are the substance that people are hoping for. Seriously. And you are the evidence that they are not seeing. Right? That vehicle that you're riding in, the exact same color. Someone right now wants your exact same vehicle with the exact same color. The exact same tint package, wheel package, all of that. They want it. They feel like they deserve it. They work hard for it. They give to people, they tithe, they sow, they do all of it. But that is one goal that they want, and you actually own it. And you riding around stressing over something else, not realizing, being ungrateful in some cases, not all cases, but in some cases, not realizing what you have. That person is looking at your car like, dang. They don't even see you stressed. They don't even know you. So they don't have the care or the emotional intelligence to even think about that. But what they see is that 2018 S-Class or 2028 or 2025 Range Rover. Like, they see that and then they're like, dang, one day I'm going to get that. They see that house. They see you and your husband or you and your wife walking in the store together, and one has the buggy pushing, the other one is pulling it from the front, or you're both walking together. Like, they see that and it's like, dang, one day I'm gonna have that. I know we live in a social media age, so we can see couples all over the world. We can see cars all over the world. We can see houses all over the world that we've never can physically see where we live. But in some cases, God will literally show it to you. So that way you can't say you didn't see God. You can't say. You can't say you didn't see God in your life. It's not possible. Because God is everywhere, man. He's omniscient. He's omnipotent, right? He's everywhere. He's everywhere. And so I just want you all to know that sometimes, man, that shutdown you're going through, where God literally shuts you down and dials you back financially, not just to humble you, but to make you more of a stickler when it comes to your finances, is that you have this spending habit that can really help you in the future. But right now you're using it in the wrong way, so God got to shrink you. He got to slow you down. So it's like, I got to dial you back some, so you can see what it's like. And you can exercise your faith more. Because I'm telling you, I've been in a situation when you have to use nothing but your faith, and you have to find happiness in chaos and turmoil. When you have to find happiness when everything around you say you shouldn't be happy. When you got to find joy. When you have to find it. People say, I don't want to be happy. I just rather have joy. You're negative and down now. You don't know what joy is. How can you have joy and you're not even happy? It steps to joy. You understand? It steps to joy. The Bible talks about happiness. It steps to it. You want joy. Joy is an extension. It's happiness long term, regardless. You don't even have happiness now. What makes you think you're going to have joy later? The Bible says, weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. That's an expectation of you being happy and grateful of what's to come. And you're not even happy and grateful now. How do you expect that to work? It's not going to work. That's why God needs to shut you down and put you in maintenance mode and repair your mind, your body, your soul, or your mind, your will, and your emotions, which is your soul. And he needs to repair your spirit. He needs to repair how you talk. He needs to repair a lot of things. He needs to repair relationships, all of it. He needs to repair how you talk about your day. A lot of our days don't go well because we don't speak that our days are going to go well. We don't. That's one of the main reasons why I do Command Your Day 5 days a week. So you have no reason or no excuse not to speak into your day. Even if you don't repeat the affirmations that I say, or if you just listen to them on the prayer, it gets in your spirit. It should push you and motivate you, or even inspire you to speak over your day. We literally let the enemy control our day because we just don't speak about our own day. We let the enemy put circumstances in front of us, and then we speak over whatever the circumstances gives us. That's not how you command your day. You tell the circumstances what you're going to do. You tell the enemy what you're going to do. You don't let the circumstances dictate what you're going to say and speak for your entire day. That's crazy work. But that's what we do. Oh man, this happened, man. My whole day over. My whole day shot. Wow. And you want to be a business owner. You're not fit to handle business. How can you handle business? And you letting somebody cut you off in traffic, say, oh, my whole day messed up. Or you let a flat tire, oh man, my whole day just, oh, here we go, man. There's always something. You're not ready to handle a business. You can't lead people with that mindset. You can't. You can't lead people with that mindset. Because you're not talking right. How can you expect God to use you in the reference of faith when you talking negativity? I would not have faith if I heard you talk like this and God is putting you over my life in charge of me. How? And you can't say, oh, well, I'm human. The fact that you're leading people makes you human. But the fact that you're saying what you're saying shows that you're not having no accountability and you want to make excuses. You can't do that. You can't make excuses and then want to build the kingdom at the same time, because the enemy doesn't care about your excuses. He doesn't care about how you feel. He don't care about your family. He don't care about your finances. He don't care about your health. He for dang sure don't care about your mental state. He don't care about none of that concerning you. And you up here thinking that, oh, because I'm human, I can do it. Man, the enemy don't care about you, about none of that. He doesn't care about any of that. And he's the one really torturing you and confusing you when you're in maintenance mode, thinking, oh, the shutdown is coming from the enemy. No, it's not. God is sitting you down, but in the midst of it all, the enemy know you sit down too. He know you sitting down right now. He can see that you're not moving. That's why there's a thing called monitoring spirits. They monitor you day and night to figure out what they can do to take you off of your square. If I know that traffic is your biggest pet peeve, that's all I'm gonna hit you with. It's traffic, 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 traffic. And the moment you start saying, oh man, I'm just never gonna make it nowhere, that, done. That's all I need. That's all I need. It's people right now in traffic that don't complain like how you complain. They're excited because they came from something that blessed them for the day. You up here complaining and you had the same opportunity as them. Like, it's just, the mindset is different, but we don't want to be accountable for that, but we want to hold God accountable for everything we pray for. How does that work? How does that work? That's like, again, I spoke on this, I think, last Friday. That's like your child saying, you said you was going to do this for me, but you said you was going to clean your room and you didn't clean it. So you expect me to feed you, which I will because you're my child, but you don't do nothing I ask you to do. You drag when I ask you to do something, but you want me to be expeditious with when you ask me to do something. That's not how the world works. Because once you grow up and you become an adult, if you don't do what people ask you to do, you're cut off. It's that simple. You're cut off. You can try that at any place. Go try it at your job. They're going to ask you to do something so many times. They will give you a warning. Your parents been giving you warnings all month, all year, and you still doing the same stuff, you fired. They don't care about you. Okay, you don't want to do it, I will find someone else. You just wasted my money and my time, so get out of my business. Here's your last check. Adios. I'll get somebody else that can do the work. Oh, they were unfair. They don't like me. You're lazy. You want people to do it for you, but you don't do it for people. That's not how it works. That's not how life works, period. That's not how it works. There is a real word called reciprocation. You have to reciprocate. It's a real word. It's a real word called that. And I don't think, really, man, I don't think a lot of us like really get that, because we think that that's just the way God is supposed to operate. Well, I'm his son. I'm his daughter. This is how he does things. So I should, receive this and that. Like, nah, man, that's not how it works. That is not how it works at all. I wish it was that simple to say that, yeah, like, as long as I love God, I don't have to do anything. I could just do whatever, and then I'll be cool. Nah. Nah, there's a level of accountability that we all must take. It is. We all have to take that level of accountability. But in the midst of the reboot, right, God literally wants to keep us to this level, because when you're in the reboot stage, you really sit down. Like, you can't do nothing. You ever seen, you know, like for all of you iPhone users, when you gotta install that update, yo, sometimes it feel like, it's like, yo, is this phone gonna ever update, bro? Like, are you serious? Considering how much money you spent on the phone, considering how much money you paying a month for the services, depending on who you have as a provider, you looking at this phone like, man, if this phone break one more time, I'm done. Like, this is ridiculous. But it takes time for the reboot in your life to really, really go. Because God allows certain things to stop functioning so He can expose what's going on behind the malfunction that you're having in your life. He allows certain things to stop functioning. He allows certain people to stop calling you so you can really see that they really didn't like you for real. He allowed people to treat you a certain way to show you that at that job you ain't even supposed to be there. You got too comfortable. God been told you to quit and find something else. God been told you to transition. But you let bills determine how much faith you had in the Lord. So God's still keeping you, but it's not His will for your life. So you stay stuck there. A lot of you don't have a lot of faith to go ahead and do other things. And you should have faith. You should do it in faith. Man, let me tell you something, man. let me put things into perspective. A lot of you work for companies right now. If you've been at that company for 2 to 3 plus years and you never met the CEO, that's a problem. You making this person all this money, you think because they paying you $30 an hour, whatever they paying you, right? Let's just say they paying you 6 figures. You don't think for every salary or certain, no, not service, whatever salary you're getting, whether you get paid twice a month or every 2 weeks, let me help you understand this, man. I want you to really get this. You are 10% of what they earning off of you. You getting $60,000 a year, they making $600,000 off of you. I just want you to understand that. So, and you don't know these people? You don't know the CEO. You don't even know the chairman, the directors. I'm not talking about your manager or your regional manager, your area manager. No, because they got a boss too. You don't know Honcho, the head honcho of the company? How could you not know the head honcho? That's a problem to me. I don't like that. Because what it shows is that you're nothing but a number to them. That means that you could be replaced. That's not good. You could be replaced. You know what you are? You are an employee ID number. You are no different than your social security number to the United States of America. You're just a number to them. That's all you are. That has to change. We got to literally flip the script and change our mindset on this. God been told you to apply for something else. You still waiting. You still procrastinating. God's like, okay. But you're the same person saying, but God, I want this. I want better. I want better. God's like, you are one application away from having better, but you just chose not to apply. You are one investment away to getting better, but you just refuse to invest. You are literally one business idea away from doing it. You are one loan away, one credit card swipe away from your life changing forever, but you just choose not to do it. Some of you have businesses right now, but you treat them like they side hustles. So that's why God's like, I'm not going to do anything with you with that, because you can't take care of what I'm giving you now, but you want more? That's not how that's going to work. You got to switch it up, man. You have to switch it up. You have to switch it up. Like, because God needs to literally expose things around here. And here's the things that I believe get exposed. Your thoughts get exposed. The way you think matters to God, because the way you think produces the type of actions you're going to have, how you're going to move. The way you think plays a huge part in the actions that you do daily. We don't understand that. It took me, when I discovered this for real, was like in the 2010s. It's like I listened to an audio and it said that a lot of philosophers and people of power disagreed on, their religious beliefs, etc., but they all agree on one thing. All major successful leaders for years, hundreds and thousands of years, they all agreed on one thing, and that one thing is this: you are what you think about. You become what you think about. Your thoughts will literally be a pure reflector of what you are going to be. If you think in negative terms, you're going to have a negative life. If you think in positive terms, you're going to have a positive life. There is not one person, even Jesus, even biblically, that disagree with that statement. Not one. Not one. But for some reason, we don't believe that. I don't get it. Like, we don't believe that at all. I'm telling you right now, if you change your thought patterns, you will be just fine. A lot of it is not really financial issues. You make enough at this current moment, you can do better with more. We can all have more, trust me. Everybody can have more. But the question is, what is your thought pattern now? When it comes to money, what is your thought pattern now? Your thought patterns, man, is a lot like, and God sees your thought patterns. He's looking at, okay, when a certain situation happens, when you get triggered, how do you go about it? Do you respond to the trigger or do you react to the trigger? It's a difference between responding and reacting. It's a huge, huge difference between it. You can respond one way, meaning that you think before you do something, or you can react. You just crash out and go off of your emotions. Man. Excuse me. I'm telling you, it's very important to realize that and understand it, man. Because God sees all of it. We have to do better when it comes to that. We just have to do better, man. Your thoughts. And I'm a stickler on that, because how you think determines, to me, how you treat people and how you treat yourself. I'm not judging nobody, because anyone can change, but you gotta change the way you think. You can't think the way that you think, and the reason being is because you're not personally developing yourself. You don't listen to books, you don't audio books, you don't read books, you don't do anything. I done a series on Real Talk Friday, June of this year, June or July of this year. We went over peers. The physical, there are 5 parts of the human that exist daily. It's scientifically proven, it's biblically proven, however you want to look at it, it is proven. Everybody have these 5 elements in their life. It's 5 versions of you that literally function daily. Some of these versions of these 5 are overcompensated by 1 or 2 of these, but the other 3, they all exist. But a lot of us, we just don't go anything about it. We don't try to increase it. We just leave it where it is. We just be like, it is what it is. We let it go. Here are the 5 versions of you. You have the physical you. You have the intellectual you, the emotional you, the recreational you, and the spiritual you. I learned that from my brother Jerry Flowers. He did a series called Peers, and he had this chart up. It was so bomb. I still got the picture in my phone. But Peers, P-I-E-R-S, the 5 levels of you as a human, you need these 5 daily. The physical you, what do you do physically with your body every single day? You have to exercise. You have to work out. You can't sit down and be lazy. You have to move, because if you don't, you're going to be stuck, and that messes with your thoughts. Absolutely. When there's no movement, no activity, you fresh meat for the enemy. Because you're not doing nothing. You have nothing to occupy your time. You just move. You're just sitting there all day. The I, the intellectual you have to feed your brain with wisdom and knowledge. You have to. A man without listen. Oh, excuse me, Lord. Excuse me. Lack of knowledge is an issue for a lot of us. It is an issue. When you break down the word knowledge, right? Oh, excuse me. When you break down the word knowledge, it's broken up into 2 words. It's really a compound word comprised of one. It's know, K-N-O-W, and ledge, L-E-D-G-E. It's 2 words, knowledge. We say knowledge, but it's now, know, ledge. 2 words combined into one, pronounced knowledge. Knowledge, as if the K is silent in the pronunciation of the word. Know means certainty of something that you think. Ledge is something that you stand on at the end of something that is built, meaning you can fall over off the ledge of something, right? If you don't know it, you're on the ledge. It's that simple. That's what knowledge really is. You're always on the ledge of something, to know something or to not know something. That's the most, I guess, the most metaphorical way I can put it for you, right? So with knowledge, if you don't know something, you're on the ledge. You teeter-tottering, like you're like, I don't know, I can go either way. You need knowledge. The intellectual version of you, it needs to be fed, because you know what happens when it don't? You start overthinking. You start thinking that it's not meant for you. You start believing, your belief system starts believing that it is real. The subconscious part of your mind that produces pictures and dreams and thoughts and all of that, that plays into your intellectual. You need to feed it. Feed it with the Word of God. Feed it with books. Feed it with things that's going to help you as a man or as a woman. Like, feed those things. I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference when you're listening to things that will help you grow. A lot of you, the reason why you don't do it because you don't hang around other people or work with people that actually do it. You don't do it. If you hang around entrepreneurs, they all personal develop. If you want to run a business, you better personal develop. There's no way around it. If you want to be stuck where you are and be comfortable and think that you helping the kingdom out, you ain't helping nobody out but yourself, and you still not helping yourself. You need to personal develop because you're not doing anything. That intellectual version of you is very dangerous. It is very dangerous because your emotional intelligence comes from the intellectual version of you. If that's not fed, you will make decisions based off of how you feel and making those feelings thinking that it's your thoughts, and it's not your thoughts. It's really how you feel. But because you're not taking care of that intellectual version of you, it's being messed up by your emotions. And that's where the E come in, the emotional version of you. The part of your emotions that you are not taking care of, you're not getting help on, therapy on, you're not even talking those emotions through on what you feel, that's going to overtake your intellectual. Because those two are close to each other. They're like sometimes one and the same. So you have to get your emotions in check, because if not, you will intellectually think that this is what it is, and the whole time it's just your emotions talking. It's not even your mind talking. It's not your soul talking at all. You have to get those two checked individually. I'm all for therapy, and I'm all for theology as well. I believe you need to go to therapy. I believe you need to talk to people about your issues and your wounds. Don't let someone you get married to or someone that you love, you mess up the relationship with them, force you to go to therapy. Don't do that. I've been through that situation before more than once. Don't let that happen to you. I've had people literally do me wrong in relationships and then turn around and go to therapy right after because they saw the issues on them. Don't wait until it gets to that. Don't wait until you got to hurt people to want to get help. Get help now. Don't wait until that happens. Get help right now. Get help now. You'll be surprised when you sit down and you talk to someone how much you're really holding in because you're just not having those type of conversations. You need to talk to people. And I'm saying especially for black people, we have a problem with pride so much. We don't want to talk to nobody about our issues, and that be the main reason why. That's why we suck, and I'm saying this with all due respect, we suck at finances. We are the worst when it comes to finances. When we get money, we are the best at spending it, but we are the worst at keeping it. We are the worst at saving it. We are the worst at investing it for sure. And we are the worst at building it because we don't talk to anyone about it. It could be simple like, yo, man, I got this money. I don't know what to do with it. Talk to someone about it. Talk to someone. Have a conversation with somebody. Man, I'm in love with this person, but I don't know what to do with this. This is new to me. Talk to someone about it. You can't do it by yourself. We grew up thinking, because that's what slavery done to us. We grew up thinking that we had to do everything by ourselves because we were always separated. We were always isolated as a culture of people, and it spiritually affected us. So we always believed that it's pride to do everything by yourself. No, it's not. Because every other race and culture do it as a team. We're the only ones that want to do it individual. We are the only culture and race on this earth that literally want to do everything individual, but also want to compete against people who want to do things individual themselves. That's so weird. If I want to compete against you because you got an upper advantage of me, okay, but I see you struggling like I'm struggling. Why am I competing with you? Why do I not want to see you elevate? Because if you do good, it's going to make me do good. But that's just the way we're wired. And in my humble opinion, it's a generational slavery type mindset that I believe we all need to break. But yo, you got to talk to somebody about your emotions, man. You have to. Because if you don't talk to someone, the enemy going to talk to you. He proved that he'll talk to people. He talked to Jesus all throughout Matthew chapter 4, right after he finished his fast. You're not exempt. Some of y'all being talked to the enemy right now. The enemy all in your head. From the moment you wake up until the moment you go to sleep, he's all in your head. For a reason. You're not taking care of your emotions. Your emotions is very important. The recreational you. Get out and get a hobby. Going to church is not recreational all the time. Going out to the club is not recreational. Hitting up every hookah lounge, that's not recreational. It's not. Do something fun. Some of you like playing the video game. That's okay. I don't care how old you are. Don't let nobody say, oh, you too old for that. Don't let nobody say that crap to you. Them individuals are very negative and they're miserable. Cut them people off. Let them do that to themselves. I'm telling you, do what brings you happiness. Do it. Long as it's clean and good. You like playing video games. You like playing card games. You like playing Uno, Connect 4. No matter what it is, do that. You like watching movies. You like going to the movies. You like cooking. You like sewing, knitting, crocheting. Whatever your hobbies are, you like to build things. You like to build Lego sets. You like to build race cars. Like whatever you like to do for fun, do it. You like to play an instrument, like you in the drums, you into the saxophone, the guitar, the bass, whatever it is, do it. I'm telling you, it's going to help you because the recreational version of you needs to be filled. Because if not, that energy that you should be using to have fun, you're going to use it for negativity. You're going to use it to hate on others, but you're also going to use it to hate on yourself. Sad but true. Sad but true. But that's what we do. Unfortunately. We got to do better, man. And the spiritual side of you, that definitely needs to be on point. You got to get into the Word of God all day long, because if not, you'll mess around and let some of the spirit control you. You got so many different demonic, unclean spirits in this world. It's just unreal, man. We can talk about Jezebel. We could talk about Leviathan. We could talk about that, but we could talk about Delilah. We could talk about Absalom. We could talk about a lot of different people. Ahab. We could talk about a lot of different spirits that will literally attack us while we sleeping, attack our children, attack our finances, attack our bloodline, attack our dreams, our goals, leave us stagnant and stuck where we are. And we don't know why. It's a spiritual battle going on, and we're not even growing our spiritual selves. We're not growing in Christ at all. We're staying stuck right where we are, and we're thinking there's another way. There's no other way, man. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life for a reason. There is no other way. And for all of y'all out there, you can't get to the Father unless you go through the Son. Period. There's no other way. If you deny Him, He will deny you. It's really that simple. You can't get to the Father unless through the Son. Everyone knows that. We're the only ones that struggle with this in the United States. Over 7,000 people in Nigeria got massacred for that name. And you sitting up here, oh, that ain't real. You don't have to go through Jesus. Boy, y'all so... I don't mean to be disrespectful. I think a lot of y'all are really remedial because of that. Like, it's... People are dying for this name in countries where if you have a Bible at the age of 2, you can serve up to 2 years minimum in prison. But here, because you can be a unicorn on Monday, you can identify as a dog on Tuesday and some other crazy weird stuff. And we can say, oh, it's a mental illness. No, it's not. It's an unclean spirit and a demon that need to be cast out of you. That's all it is. But some of us don't want to hear that. because the spiritual version of you is not being fed. You need to feed it daily. Daily. When the Bible says pray without ceasing, cease means to stop. You got to pray without stopping. You got to pray without stopping. So your thoughts, your patterns, your motives, and your dependencies, like all of that will get exposed, and God will literally allow certain things to stop functioning in your life. The things you used to do to make you happy, the sex used to make you happy, nope. The weed, nope. The hookah, nope. All of that stuff. The cigars, the alcohol, nope. None of that stuff. God will literally let that stuff stop functioning so he can expose you. So he can expose the things that you're dependent upon instead of depending upon him. Absolutely, he'll do it. Just to show you, like, this whole time you was putting this in front of me. And all you gotta do is depend on me and I got you. Relationships fail. A lot of relationships fail. Friendships fail. Marriages fail. Doors close. Plans don't work out. Because God's saying you can't run this season on last season's software. Because you need a reboot. You can't run this season on last season's software. I know you got that new iOS 37, I think, that everybody talking about or whatever. Nah, that's last season's software. You need a new software this season. You need new software. And a reboot doesn't mean a refresh. Because you can refresh and still run the same program. But when you reboot, a reboot only happens when something new is being installed. So a refresh is not needed. It's not needed. You can't, I'm going to just go on vacation and I'm going to come back and be okay. Like, no, that's not you. I'm going to go on this cruise, I'm going to come back. No, because life is still there. This is how you know you need a reboot. If you take vacation time and you literally know the day of your last piece of your vacation time, you already dreading to go back, it's time for a reboot. It's literally time for a reboot. You should not be dreading to go back into a place that you're leaving from. Like, you shouldn't be dreading that. Like, oh, I just don't want to go. It's time for a reboot. Something about you needs to be installed new in your life. And I think I know what it is, but I'm gonna go back in a few and talk about it. But God doesn't want to patch your pain up, because a lot of us are dealing with pain, and that's the reason why he got to reboot us, because of that pain level that's there. And we think, well, I got a high pain tolerance level. I've been through a lot, so that should make me feel like I'm good because I'm strong enough. I'm still here. You are for grace, boo-boo. Like, you're not strong. You are for grace. You're saying you're strong as if you got control over your life. You don't have no control. You don't even know if you're going to wake up the next day. That's not strength that you claiming is strength. That's the way that people made those statements to take God's hand off it, to make it seem like it was all on them. You ain't have no strength. You had grace. That's exactly what you had. You had grace. God's grace is the only reason why you're still here. It's the only reason why you're doing all the stuff you do on a day-to-day basis, and you haven't just crashed and burned and just lost it all. That's grace. Please, for all of you out there, stop trying to take God's credit away. You operating on grace and grace alone. And the fact that you can do it multiple times and still have energy to do other things that you like to do, that's the favor of God over your life. Stop trying to say, well, I'm just strong. You're not strong as you think you are. You are very soft with a capital T. You have a lot of grace, though, with a capital G on your life. And that's what's keeping you. But some of y'all, man, y'all letting all these people with these platforms tell you, yeah, you are strong, man. You are strong. No, you're not. You are graced and favored, man. You are graced and favored woman. Be careful with your words that you're choosing, because you'd be surprised. You think you're strong. Okay, Tell God go ahead and do a reboot on your life, and then what? You don't seem as strong as you was before. What happened to all that strength? Why are you stressed? Why are you worried? You shouldn't be worried if you're strong. You got it all figured out. All figured out. No, The only strength you should have for real is the strength of you getting on your knees and praying and thanking God for the grace that you have. Because without His grace, there's no way any of us would still be here. That grace, that cross, that grace, that blood on the cross has produced a level of grace that I don't think a lot of us really understand that we have. It's on a whole nother level. Because the scripture says the wages of sin, one sin is death. That means one sin that you commit, even as a kid, produces death over your life. But that blood on that cross, down on that cross, that whosoever believeth Him shall not perish, that's a real scripture, man, because it ain't no way I'm supposed to be alive. Neither of you shouldn't be alive either. The difference between a lot of y'all and everyone else is they don't know your dirt. That's all it is. Y'all got some stuff in your past right now that you should be dead from. Period. But God's like, nope. You're still here. You still got time to do what it is that I called you to do, but you're not taking the initiative to figure out what it is. You're sitting there and you're waiting for me to do it when you only thing you need to do is come to me so I can tell you. But you expect me to come to you and tell you. No, you got to come to me. I'm the one with the keys. I'm the one with the keys. Jesus told Peter, I will give you the keys to the kingdom of heaven and the gates of hell. I will give you the keys to Hades. I will give you the keys to the kingdom of God, and the gates of hell will not prevail against you. That means that Jesus had the keys. You can't give anybody something that you don't have. So He had the keys. So why are we waiting on Him to bring us keys? We got to go get the keys from Him. Newsflash, that's the way it works. But a lot of times, though, for real, I know when it comes to a reboot, when God really shuts you down, and you gotta start over. Oh, it's gonna feel like a loss. It's gonna feel like I don't know how I'm gonna do this, man. Some of y'all like that right now. I get it. Some of y'all in the stage right now where you're in the middle of a reboot and you like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, because it feel like one of the biggest L's you ever took. It's like, man, this is a huge loss. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Like, I gotta start my life all over again. Like, bro, like, I don't want to do this, Lord. I can't do this by myself, Lord. It's no way I can do this by myself. It's no way. But what God's really doing is that installation that you're getting of this reboot, it has to be clean. It has to be clean. It has to be a real clean reboot. Really clean reboot. But in the midst of it, you got to think, like, a lot of things shift in the midst of you getting rebooted, right? Like, the way that you used to do things, like the type of power that you have, like a lot of you are drained. Like the power that you use to go on a day-to-day basis is not strength, it's power. A lot of you drained, man. You need a recharge. It's just like your phone. That phone gets to 1%, between that 1 and 3%, a lot of y'all run for your charger, right? You don't do that for your mental health. Because you don't talk to anyone. You don't go to anyone to literally talk about your issues and your problems. You don't do that. Well, I don't need to go to nobody. I talk to God. Okay. You don't even pray consistently. How you gonna say you talk to God? You don't take time out of your day to read the word consistently. How can you say you talk to God and you don't even know about the author himself because you're not reading about the author? How do you know that? You can't treat God like a genie. You can't just talk to him whenever you feel like it and then thinking that's okay. Nah, some of you got Bibles on your table. Some of you got Bibles sitting on the dashboard of your car. And the only reason why it don't have dust is because of the sun is there. But y'all got dust all in it. You ain't cracked that Bible open up in months. You got to read your word, man. You have to literally read it. Literally read it. But y'all need to be recharged, man. It's time for you to put your brain on the battery. It's time for you to recharge your mind. It's time to recharge. It's time for you to rest and recharge your brain. Because, man, like, that's not good to sit up there and run. You running on a low battery. You running on fumes. You are running on fumes. When you run on fumes, let me tell you telltale signs of fumes. You got old habits. You got the same old voices, the same old people talking into your life. You have no new voices in your head, none. It's time for us to elevate, man. It's time for we want to be in a season of elevation. When we elevate, it can't just be our money that elevates. Before the money elevate, everything around you got to elevate, because money is a tool. Money is a resource. It's not a source. It's a resource. So there are things around money that need to move around so money can function the way it needs to function in your life. Money can't function around a lot of negativity. It can't. Because money is spirit. It's a spiritual thing. It has to function within the realm of the spirit. So if it's negative things around it, it ain't going to function how it needs to function. You'd be surprised of how much money you really can make when you're around a lot of people that are literally elevated spiritually. You'd be surprised. I talk to so many people, man, and you'd be surprised. Like, when you meet a lot of these rich people, for real, when you sit down and have conversations with them, they're not as smart as you. They're not as special. And they will tell you, man, like, I wish I had what you have. Like, you special, bro. You special, sis, but I just know how to be around the right people. I had somebody literally tell me that. And I'm sitting up here going to this guy thinking that he gonna give me the best sauce ever, just the best. And we talking and I'm listening to him, and it's like, there's no way I shouldn't be rich. Like, I'm listening to this guy talk, I'm listening to him communicate with other people, and I'm like, I communicate way better than that. Like, I'm not taking anything away from him. I promise you I'm not. I'm just evaluating myself. I'm like, I communicate way better than this. I move better. I move different. I don't get it. What? Okay, Lord, what am I missing? Like, because I don't know. And it's like, who you're around matters, man. Who you're around really matters. Jesus proved that with Judas. You could have somebody, and Judas, dude was in charge of the finances. He was stealing. When you read Luke and Mark, it talks about how he was skimming off the top. He was stealing, and Jesus knew he was stealing. Still never kicked him out. And I'm grateful he didn't do it. I was so glad, because Jesus would have been like a lot of y'all. He didn't kick Judas out. He still washed his feet. He still empowered him to have faith. He still put the gifts in him. All of that. Judas cast out demons. Remember, when Jesus took them out 2 by 2, Judas was a part of that. And he went out, they prophesied, they did all that. And so when they came back, Jesus asked the question, who do the people say that I am? Like, he did that. But it was just to go to show you how Jesus was like, I'm not trying to just show y'all that this is Judas. No, I want to show you what a Judas look like, so you know how to identify one when you see one. He was in charge of the finances. He argued with a woman about some perfume that she was going to bless Jesus' feet with and pour over his tomb when he would pass. And he was like, what you doing with that expensive perfume? You could sell that and give that money to the poor. It's like, why are you so caught up on that? Like, the Bible says because he was stealing. he was the treasurer of the group. He was taking money off the top. I believe God left him there so he can really show y'all, like, this is what a Judas looks like. This is how you identify it. And these are the telltale signs of a Judas. Some of y'all hang around them right now. Some of y'all got friends, and y'all know y'all not supposed to be friends with them. But because y'all have a relationship, or you just been knowing them, you probably work with them, you probably just, you know that's not your friend. You know in real life, if you never work with that person, you would never hang out with them. So why are you hanging out with them? That's a good way to really tell it. It's like, yo, if outside of work, if I didn't know you and I know, knowing what I know now about you as an individual, would I ever associate myself with you? If the answer is no, why are they your friend? Respectfully. They shouldn't be like you got to choose your circle wisely. And I'm saying this because you'd be surprised of how people can stop you from growing. You need to get to a level to where you can grow higher, so when you can go back to those same people and you can lift them up. That's why you need to do it. You can't do that if you still staying stuck around the same people. You can't grow with those folks. Everybody that's rich, they'll tell you, man, like my life changed. I'm worth this amount of money now, blah blah blah. And they'll tell you, like, the question be like, yo, did you lose any friends along the way? It's like, absolutely. I lost a ton of friends, family, all of it, because they just don't get it. Like, I can't associate myself around you because your thoughts will hurt me. The way you think will hurt me. And you're going to feel like, oh, you think you're better than me. No, it's that where I'm going, it requires a certain level of capacity of the mind to be functioning in a certain way. And you're not doing it that way. I have to in order for me to be successful. And you don't understand that because you don't hang around people that are doing that. I am. So I'm telling you, I can't be with you in this season because of this. But once I get good, I'm going to come back and I'm going to teach you this. But you can learn with me, but you choose not to. So I'm still going to come back and be like, hey, this is what I learned. This is what I know. You want to come aboard or you want to stay where you at? No? Okay, cool. And then now when you say, oh, you think you this, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to say, no. Remember when I tried to tell you to come and you didn't? That was your invitation. Now you can't come no more because I can't do anything about it. You have to get good at that because I'm telling you, man, it's going to hurt you, man. Like, you got to get good enough. See, you want the money, that's fine. You want the elevation, that's fine. But you want to get the money so you can show people how to make it as well. You want to get the elevation so you can show people how to elevate as well. That's what it's about. At the end of the day, that's what it's about. And then last but not least, I think we need to plug into his presence daily. Like, that's gonna be the telltale sign, man. Like, plugging into his presence daily. Like, that's gonna be one of the ways where you can separate yourself when it comes down to a reboot. Because I think a lot of us are afraid to reboot. You know why? Because the reboot, you don't know what's gonna happen. There's no instructions of what's going to happen once you get rebooted. I spoke on this the other day, Wednesday. It's like when Paul got blinded on the road to Damascus. Jesus never gave instructions on how his life was going to be after that. He told Ananias what was going to happen, but he never told Saul, like, hey, you're going to be this, and this how long it's going to take, and blah, 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 man, with no instructions. It's just, go here, you're going to meet a man named Ananias. And that was it. Like, but what's next? Don't even matter. Just go. It's like, okay. Dang, all right, I got you. Like, okay. And he was blind. No instructions. And he prayed the whole time he was blind for 3 days. And Ananias pulled up like, hey, this Jesus guy you met, he told me everything about you. And his life changed forever. So some of y'all been trying to pray your way out of this shutdown that you've been experiencing. When God's trying to reboot you, not rebuke you, excuse me. When God is trying to reboot you. And when God is saying, no, I'm resetting you. That heartbreak, that transition. Here's the big one. You ready? Here's the big one. That quiet season where you pray and you don't hear nothing. Silence. Crickets. The quiet season, it's not punishment from God. It's preparation. When God reboots your life, don't rush to get back online. Let him finish the installation into your life. When he reboot, I don't know why I want to say reboot. When he reboot you. So that's what it's about, man. It's not punishment, it's preparation. So through it all, I pray that this really, this really helped you. This conversation was good. Share this video. Send it to people you like and you love. And I want you to really get this and get it good. The reboot over your life is going to be amazing. But you got to change the way that you think. That's number one. That's the your thoughts have to change immediately. You got to work on your thoughts. When you work on your thoughts, your words and what you speak is going to automatically change, and how you handle things action-wise is going to change as well. It starts with your thoughts. And then pray. Really seek his face. Seek his face, because you're going to need power to get into this next season. You're going to need power. So make sure you stay locked in as well. So thank you so much for tuning in to Real Talk Fridays, the pod. See you guys on Monday for Man on Mondays. It's your favorite Uncle Billionaire Ben. Take care. God bless. And I'm signing out.